turn you down. It is checking connection. Ooh, I paused it. I didn't mean to pause it, child. And we are just waiting. Okay, it's been some new stuff going on since we done came on here. Let's see what's next. Okay, I see that. That IG done gave them tutorials. I'm sitting here learning. Okay, IG. Thank you. I'm done. Okay, let me bring Dexter on. What? I said I can't bring Dexter on. Hold on. Dex. Can you comment? Hi, everybody. I'm sorry. A little off-putting today. Sorry. Turn this TV down for one. I'm sitting here watching the news. I am officially an elder because I watch the news now on a regular basis. Hi, Jill. Never mind. How are you, my love bug? For years, I tried to stay away from the news because. All right, here we go. So, hello, real life Dill. It's good to see you. I'll leave Dex off this one. Sweet, how is that even possible?
So you know it's crazy. I watch the news faithfully as well. You know it's crazy. Today's been such a day. I was just arguing with one of my friends, and I'm just like, these people are crazy. People always, I don't get it. But you know me. I always gotta straighten them out, get them together.
Oh, who you had to get together, sweetie? Hey, Dre, how you doing, babe? Hi, mommy. Who you had to get together today, Dex?
One of my friends. I just, I'm a little older than most of my friends are. So
okay, yeah. All right. Because you're the leader, and you gotta mold them. Somebody's got to lead the churning up.
Center peach, So stop. Okay, well, so we're in the group chat, and I'm like they were talking or whatever. The young ones were talking, and I'm like, let me go ahead and squash this conversation. So I just put it to end. I put it to rest, and the one wanted to get combative, and like it's weird, like. I'm like a big brother,
Yes.
And
yeah.
It's always up to me just to make sure the young kids are on the right path and whatnot.
Somebody's got to guide the culture, Dex.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad. So I hope they really took in what you had said.
They did.
And like sat with it and processed it, and hopefully for it now, they will be much better people.
You know how the young kids are, though. They always want to be combative. They can never just shut up and just listen to what you're saying. They always exactly. The young ones was always talking. That's what they do. And I'm like, let me go ahead and just get them together, whatever. And I did it. And I'm proud of them for having me as a mentor. Oh, I like that.
That's good. And honestly, I don't even know how they're going to pass through life without having you on the team, because come on. And you know what? Sometimes you got to get into it, because that combativeness, this is what my mom used to say. Like, when you try to speak up for yourself if you were wrong, but you're like, but I was just saying, my mom, before it even flew out your mouth, and don't just say.
Wise words.
Hey, you knew better right then and there. And you better not just say, because something going to come flying across that room if it ain't her hand. I'm a serious baby. How are you? But other than you maintaining your mentees, how's life been going?
Life has been horrible. I think the reason why I was so, because usually when it would be going back and forth in the group, I don't even really comment. But today I commented, and I think it's because I'm like miserable. I am. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in like 24 hours because I had like mouth surgery yesterday, and they're like, you can only eat like soft foods or whatever. So I eat yogurt, which I don't even like yogurt, and I'm just like, I don't want to eat this. So I just been drinking water all day, and I think that's the reason why I want to fight.
Yeah, that kid, you hangry right now. The Sweetness 215 said Dex is the team.
Heard that, Team Dex.
Y'all heard it. Did Dylan leave? Wait, is Dylan still on here? He might have been sick of us. Oh no, he's still here. Hi, Dylan.
Might want to go do his podcast. He does the podcast Views from the Chair after this one is over. He starts it on Facebook.
Okay, so you guys, I guess his name is Dylan Daughtry. I'm putting his whole government out there. Dylan, is it?
That's his last name.
Well, listen.
Pronounce it.
Then we used to work with somebody who said, what name was she trying to say?
About him?
Not about him. It was an actor, and it was Michael.
It was something about the guy from Get Out.
Yes.
Who's?
And she was.
I don't remember
Yeah.
what it was, but basically, essentially, it was she. I told her, I was like, "You didn't say the guy's last name." She's like, "Well, if you say Michael, they know who you're talking about." And I'm like,
No.
"Not quite. There's a million different Michaels out here, so you kind of got the guy's full name." I said, "Whoa!" I don't remember who it was. I know who the person was. I guess does she not doing nothing? She's not doing nothing.
She's unemployed. Well, if she kept that attitude up in the other locations.
Somewhere riding bike.
Kawasaki.
Wait, also, you can't make me laugh too much today because
That's not possible.
I have stitches in my mouth, so if I laugh, lose them, and they might. If my stitches rip, I'm coming to your house.
Well, you're gonna have to beat them girls with them BBLs. You better book you a ticket back down to Miami and have them go fix it. You better fix it. No offense. I'm sorry. I wasn't on Bro Talk last night. Normally I'm there. But when I tell you this girl was beyond sleepy, like yesterday, had started my day at 3 a.m. And I don't think I went to sleep until probably 10:30. I thought about it for 2 seconds, Dex. And because I got the alert, Bro Talk Live is on. But I said,
you get an alert? Ooh.
Yes, I'm a subscriber, sweetie. I subscribe to alerts to my guys. What's up?
Got plural?
Huh?
Plural?
Yes, all of the Bro Talk guys. I was going to say we're leading in light and love.
I mean, whatever.
So Dylan said his last name is Doherty, so that's how it's pronounced.
Like Dougherty. No, it's Dougherty. Like Shannon Dougherty.
No, he said Doherty.
He didn't spell it right.
He gave the phonetic. So you mean to tell me this man don't know the spelling of his own name?
Wouldn't be shocked. Well, that's the truth. That's not how you would phonetically spell it either.
What do they call it? Not. Oh, I guess that's colonialism for you.
He gonna say you had it right. This boy is lying. I ain't never seen nothing.
You can't tell this man how to say his name.
We're giving him too much attention. Let's talk about something else.
I'm about to bring him on so he can defend his name.
I'm gonna leave.
You better not do that to my guy. Don't be like that, sweetie. Okay, let's get into the show. Child, I got so many notes from the last week we were off. Apologize, people. There are things happening in our lives, like everybody else's, but
we weren't here last week.
No, we were not. Dex is upset he got bullied in the chat today. We're not gonna keep bringing chat business in here. You know what? Maybe we should do a live one day where I host the whole chat. Like, I just want to bring y'all in.
No, because that happened before.
And it was great.
No,
that was a good time.
I was wasted. And no.
It was a good time. And I think we stayed on for it had to be close to an hour. And no way in hell we could have saved that fucking life.
I was terrible. I was and it was weird because I had found these margaritas. They're like margarita mixes that you can find in Giant and stuff like that. And I swear they're 13% alcohol. But those things, maybe I had a little too much of it. But I remember doing that live with you guys, and I don't even remember what I was saying or whatever, and I passed out afterwards. And
guys, guess whose idea was to go live? This one. And come on, let's go live, y'all. Let's do it. Well, we should definitely do that again. We're not, for everybody watching, we ain't even going to advertise it 9 times out of 10. We ain't going to keep it. But we'll pop on and y'all come have fun and be ratchet with us. It's a good mess. It's a good time, but it's a mess.
That's how happy hours are.
A mess. The last happy hour, though, we were all at together. You know when a spirit hits you, and I told me and Jade spoke about it the next day. I just left.
You did just leave. You just disappeared. It was like
Because we were about to leave anyway.
not quite.
But
Still lingering.
no, we weren't. We had stood up, or maybe it was maybe only we stood up.
Oh, Jay Ryder's in here. Oh, Jay.
Jay.
I was gonna say Jay Ryder's promoting events again, guys. We're out there in the streets. Like, make sure you follow.
Yeah.
See what he's cooking up. He's always hosting something in the city, and it always looks lit.
Yes, it is. Jay always puts on the show. And hi, crew. What was her Lady Cruising 820? How you doing, baby? But yeah, we should definitely do that. We'll do it one day soon. We all got to be a little lit, like we were. I had my bonnet on. We was real ghetto, but it was good. It was a good time. But yeah, at that happy hour, I just left. I don't know what you know. Nothing was wrong with me or anything. The spirit just hit, and I said, I gotta go. But, all right, y'all. Bye. But I love y'all. That's why you got to be transparent and open with people. Okay, let's get into it. Shit. First, this is something. I mean, well, I guess we can get into. Let's get the bad stuff out the way first. We got a few RIPS to do before we get into it. I know it was LaShawn Pace, the gospel singer. She died at 60 from kidney failure, unfortunately. Dexter, send your friend away.
What happened? Oh no, when he said she's gone, he was talking about you leaving the restaurant. That's what it was at the same time you said that, and then you mentioned the RP. It's just nothing else was there. That's why it looks like that.
Okay, thank you. All right, Dylan's being good on here. Thank you so much for that. So she was 60 years old, and she had just recently found. Dylan, stop it. Just recently found fame, kind of went like internet viral because she was you know it. What was it, Dex? I just
act like you know.
Yeah, act like you know. Act like you know. I sound like a damn gremlin. But yeah, so may she rest in peace. Also, Tracy Braxton. This was so sad of the Braxton sisters previously on the Braxton Family Values. Toni Braxton's younger sister. She passed away from cancer at 50 years old. This was sad because I guess people were saying it had been released in public knowledge, but I swear I missed that one. So, and to be honest, just a fan of the show and watching it for all the years it was on, like, honestly, Tracy was one of my favorites. She was. So it's just, it's sad to see her gone. And then we have, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's shortly before Tamar's birthday, too, which has to be, like, difficult. Like,
oh, God, I couldn't even imagine. This birthday is canceled, okay?
her birthday definitely happened before I don't even think there was a funeral yet. So, like, her birthday definitely happened before the funeral, which is, that's difficult. Like, that's hard.
Yeah. And then Lady Cruising, she's right. She says, yes, the other sister just passed not too long ago, and she's referring to LaShawn Pace. One of the other Pace sisters passed prior to her, so it's just very sad. Also, Dex, who was the Young Thug's baby mother?
Yes, her name escapes me right now, but that is a crazy situation. Basically, Young Thug's baby mother was involved in an altercation at a bowling alley, and people were saying that it was over a bowling ball, like that somebody got into it with, and they killed her. And then also, wrestler Scott Hall passed away as well for complications. What?
That's Razor Ramon.
Yes.
You know I don't know about that world, child. That's another wrestler. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I will say, like I do this thing where I go back and I watch like old wrestling events to get ready for the new one, and like you watch these shows and you see like these people. It's like 10 people in the ring at one time, and you're like, damn, everybody in this match is dead right now, and it's some of the matches are 10 years old, and like it's sad, like just to see how fast pass away.
It's hard. It's terrible. I want to get back to that really quick. But Mysteria says she prays that Tamar made amends with Tracy because I mean I hadn't kept up in like within the past year. But I do know that they were always kind of, I mean, it seems like all the sisters at some point had issues with Tamar, but let's just pray they were able to mend that situation or at least know where the real love is. Like, yeah, we get through, go through it because we're family, but at the end of the day, we all love each other. Hey, Chef Larry Creations, it won't allow me to wave at everybody.
This thing actually with Tracy Braxton, she had passed away. Somebody had posted something where she was on live with someone else, and then someone said something negative about Tamar Braxton, and like she snapped and was just like, we're sisters, you guys are fans, like don't do this, that, and the third. Like it was great. Like I think it's like legit. To be honest with you, like I
That's
can argue
amazing.
sibling all day long. We have our issues or whatever, but at the same time, like don't disrespect them.
Yeah, no, that's your family at the end of the day. And even if because this is where a lot of friends will get involved or people, outsiders, like they might know that you and your family member is beefing. And so they want to jump in and interject. Don't get your ass beat over here. Because at the end of the day, like, don't get it twisted. That's my family. And I might be beefing with them right now, but that does not give you or anybody else, unless you share the same blood and you've experienced the same things, don't come over here with that BS.
That's a good question. Now, okay, I have a question about the as far
Okay.
as like beefing and stuff. But once you finish the rest in peace, I'll ask.
Okay, so we'll get into that. But also, I wanted to give an honorable mention to my friend Al on here. His name is International Al. Child, Al inadvertently killed his damn self trying to do a rest in peace post to Razor Ramon.
What do you mean?
Al took a picture, he put it in the stories. It was a picture of him just standing there, and it said R.I.P. to the legend.
Uh-huh.
So everybody, people are hitting me up. My cousin was like, why Al done killed his damn self? I said, what? Child, the shirt just had a Razor Ramon shirt.
Oh, I'm like, was he trying to do a wrestling move? Like, what did he do? Like I forgot what the crucifix move that he did. I'm like, wait, okay.
Yeah. No, he didn't do that. He just said R.I.P. to the legend. Everybody went off. Oh my God, he had to do a follow-up post because he said his inbox was in shambles. He was like, I'm not dead, y'all. I thought y'all would have got it because of the shirt.
No, that ain't how you do it. Because nobody, I'm not looking at the t-shirt that you're wearing. I'm kind of thinking it's, your team put out a statement, basically.
Yes. Or you would say, like, R.I.P. to the legend, or you could hashtag, or you could have posted Razor Ramon. Al, don't be doing no damn rest in peace posts on your damn self.
Of the rest in peace posts, I saw this post the other day that was like, it was Flavor Flav, and it was like, it looked like an obituary type of thing, and they were like 63rd birthday or something. I'm like, no, this looked like that man was gone on to glory. Like, this is not a good, like, that's not a good post. Like, when it's people's birthdays, like, we got to do better with like doing the shout outs because
it's scaring me. Like, I need it to be clear when it says, like, you need to put some balloons up there in the picture. You need to get your Photoshop out, get artsy, because especially when certain people hit a certain age, I mean, listen, our girl Patty Jackson, love her to death. She posted something today, and all I saw was Shaka Khan.
I saw it too.
Dexter, I got so scared, and I stopped, and I was like, I don't want to scroll down, and I did. I said, oh, happy birthday, Shaka.
I will say, though, with Patty, when somebody passes, like, she does have a different way of expressing it. Like, she does.
She definitely does.
Stuff. What was I about to say?
Somebody said that's because Flav looked like a corpse.
No.
You were talking about...
When I saw the Flavor Flav thing, that's what it was. And I saw that, like, because he was just on something I was watching on TV, and he definitely seemed drunk. Really. Yeah. I was like, damn, like, when I saw that picture, I was like, damn, the clock stopped ticking.
Him and him and Trick Daddy been walking around. Well, Trick really been walking around embalmed looking for years, but Flav just looked like he done been in the cat. Like, Trick looked like he freshly got embalmed and it ain't settled like yet. So it was before the burial. Flav looked like he been in there for a bit. Y'all got moisturize or something.
drinking water. You gotta start drinking your gallons.
Because I don't understand what is
Drink
happening.
lupus or something like that. And he said that's why he like his appearance is how it is.
He said what?
He has lupus. I believe that's what he said. It was like a flare up or something like that.
Okay, it could be. Lupus hit people in different ways, so I'm going to give him a pass because Toni Braxton. That's why she don't show up to no shows because she got lupus. My dad has lupus though,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
he don't look at and bomb.
But Trick Daddy also owns a restaurant, like a soul food restaurant, and he's there often too. So like lupus may have a lot to do with it, but the fried chicken and the fried fish
Sweetie.
a lot to do with it as well.
And you eating all of that hot grease ain't moisturized.
Grease ain't gonna moisturizes your insides.
Hey, get that cooking oil or no, down there they probably use lard. Get you a handful of lard and
Or water.
that too. You need all the help you can get. Do a mixture of lard and water. Just get you a little fresh. Get you on your Andrew. No makeup.
Dre Day, that dude said, I know people who have lupus and they don't look embalmed. Now, I was gonna ask you, as far as like we were talking about the friendship thing, whatever, with people who you're friends with jumping on the bandwagon when you don't like somebody else. So even if it's a family member, so if
Okay.
you're a friend, right, and your friend was like, I don't like this person, do you also say like I don't like this person, or do they have to do something to you directly?
Well, I mean, I'm not a child, so if somebody tells me you don't like them, of course I'm going to heed with caution. That's just what I'm going to do because when the shit pop off, I can't be shocked because this person already told me how you were. But if it's like, depending on the person, like, if, I mean, usually I'm only going to listen to it if you're really close to me or like a family member or something. Everything else goes by the wayside. But if I really consider the source, I'll trust it. I'm not going to be an a-hole to the person, though. You just got to give me a reason to be an a-hole to you. But no, I don't think that's not me. I'm not like the gang mentality. I'm an adult. I have a job. Like, like come on. But go ahead.
I'm the opposite. If you beef with you're not beefing with me because I don't want no beef with nobody, but I don't really fool with you like that. Like there are people that I know, and it really depends on too, like what happened, what you do to their friend or family member. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to put the person's business out there, but I had a friend who celebrated like a milestone in his life, their life, and like the comments by certain people were so like disgusting, and I'm just like, I'm done with you too. Like I just don't think that it was appropriate. I don't like it. We're good on each other.
Really?
Yeah.
So somebody dragged a friend of yours.
To them, to them, like they said it to them directly. Like it's not like they were talking behind their back. They said it to them. Like they said negative
Well, they said it.
about them to them. And for me, it's just like I just can't. I'm not good with that kind of stuff.
Was the person really bothered by it, or I like? So I look
Well,
at things like, did they? When did they say it to him? Did they say it and face to face in public, or was it on social media?
social media.
Then you'd be cut too, because I'm the type. Nah,
But you
if I got anything to say to anybody, I'm gonna wait until I see you in person because I don't do the keyboard gangster thing.
it was just one of those things where it's a situation where it was just such an unnecessary comment to make, but also a very negative comment to make about
Oh,
a specific situation, which like
okay.
nobody should ever do. Like it's
Oh,
like,
well, I see you. So yeah, you cut that person off, and you don't have. That's the kind of good thing about them blowing it up on social media because now, not only to the person you were talking to sounds crazy. Now everybody looks at you like you're crazy, and they're going to move away from you. You're toxic, and you've just been outed, and that's weird.
like I do have like if it's me and I have like a situation with someone or whatever, I don't necessarily expect my friends or family, whatever, to not talk to the person.
Yeah.
But I am a little like I don't know. Like it's weird to me that people are still cool with certain people after knowing certain things. Like it's just like I'm granted
Yeah.
their own relationships or whatever, but like I look at it sideways. I'm just like, okay. Like,
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you. You should always look at that person with a bit of suspect. But again, it also depends on the level of the offense too. Hey, he's on here, big 4XL. It also
That,
depends on
that
the offense too.
but see, this is the thing though, because people have different levels of it. Like I may be like super offended
Mhm.
by something that you may say like it's not that big of a deal. So then if you
Mhm.
talking to that does happen between us now that I think about it. But you do talk you do talk to this person that I don't think you should talk to, but I guess you don't have
I know what you're talking about.
but you
Does it start with the R?
huh?
It start with an R?
Like rest in peace, R.I.P. Yeah.
That, yeah. Well, I can't, I can't help that.
Well,
How you gonna be friends with somebody you don't even follow on social media? I'm just saying.
follow. How can you go follow somebody if you block them? And that they're dead. Like, what am I supposed to do?
If I know you in real life, like in real life, and we don't follow each other on social media, it's pretty much safe to say we're not friends. That, like, I think we're only fooling ourselves. We're fooling ourselves and each other if we're going to sit here and call ourselves friends. So let's just stop it.
Worse, when you do follow the person on social media and they follow you and you think y'all friends, then you really look crazy when they be talking about you. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna leave it alone.
It's like not no personal experience or anything, but we move on.
Hey, Rob.
Ron Divas, hey baby. Okay. All right, this was something I noticed that had popped up a little while ago. Angela Bassett recently spoke out about age. And she says that she doesn't like when people tell her, or say, not necessarily her, but just say, you look good for your age.
Angela, shut up.
And I love Angela Bassett. I to this day go give her an Oscar for playing Anime Bullock. Don't play with my friend. But this right there, I needed to stop. Like, because if I'm
Crazy.
80 years old and I'm sitting up here looking like a 50-year-old, you better recognize and sing a praise here.
I mean, I guess for me, like, maybe I think that's a little silly because people always tell me how much younger I look than I actually am or whatever. And I get, like, whatever, I get it. But then when you start seeing people who are your age, you be like, yeah, like, I really take it as a compliment because people my age don't look like they're my age. They look like twice my age.
Thank you. So, what
Like, compare yourself to the other 60-year-olds out there, and you don't look like them. So, like, come on.
Stop it. Just stop. Take it. It's so Andre that day said, Heifer, you look good to be old. Damn. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, just take the compliment. To me, I feel like it's a story of let me be the prototype of how you can age. Like, it doesn't have to be like this, like the conception of what people would think you would look like at a certain age. It's like you can be that testimony. It doesn't have to be that. Just take care of yourself.
Although, if I am that age and people aren't saying that to me, I guess that could be really offensive too. Like if I'm in my 60s and like whatever, I look like a standard 60-year-old would probably look stereotypically, and like you're telling this other person they look so good for their age and you don't say that to me, I guess that could be kind of offensive to other people. Not necessarily to you if they're saying you don't look your age, but to the people who are your age and they look like what a standard 60-year-old would look like. It's kind of like, yeah, that's insulting as hell. Like, it's like people, I kind of understand because people act like when you get older and your looks like fade or whatever, it's like you're supposed to die or something. And it's like, no, I'm still active. I'm still out here. I just look older because I've aged. So I
see what you're saying.
put her a little bit on that. Like, stop doing that.
I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna say no. Like, because here's the thing. Like, say you and your 60-year-old friend are standing next to each other, and I look at your 60-year-old friend, and I'll be like, "Damn, you look good." Like, wow, okay, you in the gym, or you're just doing whatever. You look great.
Yeah.
And if I don't say nothing to you, that's your problem. Like,
That's not a good thing. I mean,
and I'll be nice. Hey, it's so good to see you, baby. How you doing? But y'all two different people. Like,
but that's where it gets a little kind of like, because now it's like, then this person would potentially feel self-conscious about what a standard person that age may look like. Like, that's...
hold it.
Huh?
I mean,
I think though the good part about it is we're both objective enough to see the other side of.
yeah, definitely. I was gonna say I was gonna be mean, and I'm trying not to be.
Give me the initials.
LL.
Lori Loughlin. LL Cool J. Lindsay Lohan. Lisa Leslie.
You know my history with what you say?
Lisa Leslie.
No.
Why so many people with the initials LL? Like what?
I guess so. I didn't even realize all of this. LL, and they were on Watch What Happens Live last week.
So let's go to the next story. Yo, you didn't talk about the story, the big Pennsylvania story. Dylan, I'm the most objective person you know.
Wait, the big Pennsylvania story, you lead with it. What's going on, sweetie? You tell us.
So Pennsylvania, there was an arrest made. Yes, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I'm gonna mess the name, but I think it's Jayanna Webb. She's 21 years old. She was charged with a DUI because she ran over and killed two state troopers and a.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see who liked that? He said I'm not objective, and it said two people liked it. I need to know who that was so I can block them.
Oh wait, don't be Andrew on here, please. Don't do that. You will not. And I can't see. I didn't know. Maybe they got an update. I can't see nobody liking nothing, child. But go ahead.
Yeah, she was two state troopers and a pedestrian. She ran them over and killed them. And I think I heard about this story on Sunday night. Yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like,
Monday morning, you would have heard it because it happened in the wee hours of Sunday.
I said, oh wow, that's like really crazy that like this situation happened. And I start seeing the pictures of the state troopers. Toy, like I swear this story has so many like moving parts to it, and every time you hear a different part, it's just like more shocking than the last piece. Like the first thing he said, the two state troopers were young. I think one was like 29, one was like 30, 31.
One was 28, and the other I think was 32 or 33.
One of them had a baby on the way, like a newborn. Like the baby wasn't born, had a newborn on the way. One of them had a baby on the way, like which is terrible. But then it came out that they found the girl's social media post, and she was posting about like for a while now because there was one that went back to January about how she's great at drunk driving.
Drunk driving.
I'm just like, okay. And then I don't know if I haven't been able to confirm this myself, but they were also saying that she drove past those troopers. They pulled her over and they go for speeding with a warning, and she tweeted about that, and then I'm guessing somehow circled back and hit them, killed all of them. And from what I was reading, the impact pushed them from one side of 95 to the other, which means you had to be speeding like a bat out of hell. I mean, 21 years old, like your life is literally over at this point. It's sad.
And her life, it's horrible. It's so sad how I don't want to say. It's just very sad. It's one of the, and I saw the people going back and forth in the comments arguing, why would they just let her go drunk? Because they had another call. There was a pedestrian walking on the side of the road, and they were like, oh, we got called in. We have to go assist this, so go home. Now, let's be clear. That girl, she knew damn well she was drunk. The cops are coming up. I'm sure she tried to play, listen. We've all, not all of us, but we've been there knowing that we've had a bit too much, and we sit there and like, okay, let me clean it up a little bit. And the cops who had only been interacted with her for a minute prior to them having to leave. So for a minute, it was very easy. That's an easy task to hold your composure, knowing that it's two police officers outside for a full minute. So I'm hoping that narrative will stop people trying to blame the cops. It's just a very sad situation because not only, yes, she killed those people, but 4 people lost their lives on that day, including her, because 21 years old.
Yeah, and like you're going to more than likely get charged for manslaughter, and if I'm not mistaken, the maximum sentence for manslaughter is 20 years. So, and just think about all the other penalties, like the DUI and all that stuff that they're going to put on you. Like, you're not getting out of jail until you're like 60 years old. Like, if this, and people were murdered, and it's manslaughter, and it's 3 different people. It's just a lot that goes into this. But I will say, one of the arguments that I've seen on social media, which I feel kind of crazy bringing this up, is that people were saying that they're being so hard on her because she's black. And
no, stop.
don't get me wrong. I think there is a lot of like racism within our country, within just the world. There really is. But I don't think we need to put race into every single thing. Whether this girl is
Stop.
black, white, Chinese, whatever, what you did was dead wrong. And you
Mm-hmm.
held accountable for it. You killed people. And then
Mm-hmm.
like look at your behavior on social media. Like you gotta be held accountable for that. Like
Yes,
and
you do.
like we gotta stop that.
Somebody said 18 counts, but this is what I will say about the race thing, and it's coming from the opposite end. Before they showed that girl's face, I thought that she was a white woman, and I wasn't the only one who thought she was a white woman. And this is the reason why I thought she was. Because traditionally in the media, if it were a black person who put anything, like did any type of crime, that's the first thing you throw out there. Even if the race has nothing to do with it, they will lead with that.
I think
This time, they did not do that.
I think in this situation,
So,
there was a lot of things that they were trying to confirm, like just the identity
yeah,
of her, and then the identity of the troopers, the pedestrian's name I still haven't heard.
because they're still trying to,
Yeah.
last I knew, they were trying to find his next of kin.
Overall, I just think it's ridiculous that people are making this a race thing. Like everything literally is
Yeah.
a race thing. This girl was dead wrong. And it doesn't matter what color she was. It doesn't matter
Nope.
what the troopers were. We don't even know what color the pedestrian was, is, whatever.
We don't. But yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like the color, the race of this person doesn't matter. I think that people look crazy making that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's insane. I will say, though, maybe things are on off to change because honestly, like I said, I thought the woman was white because how they shielded her. Normally, in past years, they have not done this. So I said, okay, maybe the media is really finally getting to the point of let's really sit there and because it's a sticky situation. Like you want to make sure you have all the facts possible before you start putting people's information out there. So I looked at it. I can't believe people are absolutely out here saying that she's getting a hard deal because she's black. Y'all are crazy because, like you said, race should have nothing to do with this. But how the media coverage are, I kind of applaud them because they're handling, at least our news, they're handling this in a way that I think they should. And hopefully we will start seeing more cases like this handled down the line. Because anytime there's crime, unless the assailant is out there, what the hell of you leading with the person is black or the person is Asian or the person is white? Well, we know white and the other ones really wasn't the lead. But if it was black, primarily, traditionally, black person, what?
I don't know.
So you need to be like conscious of how you've molded people's persona.
I don't know if I necessarily have an issue with it. I do recognize it. I do see that it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the reason I don't have much of an issue with it is because like you did it. You are black.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I mean, I'm not saying that like you should only lead with race when it's black. I think that's crazy or whatever. But at the like, can't nobody put nothing out there that you didn't do. And if you didn't do, if you didn't commit the crime while being black, they won't say a black man did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I see what you're saying, but we can't take away that it was designed this way. They knew it for years, knew exactly what they were doing. Because yes, if you did it, you did it. And you should be put out there for it. The world or the area should know and have that information. But overwhelmingly, historically, when it comes to us, they will put that information out quick, fast.
Well,
and with them, they don't say it. They'll just put it on the news and you'll see, oh, it was another than. It wasn't black.
I will say though, I think this is also the reason why, like traditionally, this is kind of, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's traditionally certain crimes would happen, like people would say, were they white, were they black? You know what I mean? Like say that because you don't always know. It's not for information, so that is a fact too.
And here's another thing, and I noticed that I think this had to be before pandemic or maybe right in the beginning of it. I'll never forget there was, and I noticed this a while ago, there was this story, and I had to find it in like Delco Times. Why this wasn't plastered on the 5 o'clock news, I couldn't tell you. But what I do know what happened in the crime, a white male decided that he didn't care for his parents anymore and decided to kill them and cut up their bodies. Why was that not on the 5 o'clock news? And I had to find it in a local paper.
And people kill their parents all the time. I mean, that ain't breaking news. I mean,
They said we caught him.
What you want? I mean, like, it's crazy, but I think though, like with this one, this is a really big story because you killed state troopers,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think her tweets don't do it. They don't help either. Like,
I hope that the young people will take a look at this.
not,
Everything is not a joke. Everything is not funny, and you shouldn't be tweeting about everything, girl. In that moment, you were lucky you got off, and look what had happened less than a few minutes down the road.
but not just young people though, because there are people that are in our age range that do the same thing. Not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
about it, but the drunk driving stuff. Like that is something that I feel like a lot of us sort of abandoned in the college or whatever, shortly after college.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who still get behind the wheel of a car intoxicated. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's kind of one of those things like I know my body, I'm good when I'm drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
But it happens, and it happens a little too much for my liking.
Yes, it does. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. Do I ever think drunk driving is ever going to stop and these accidents are going to stop? No, I don't, unfortunately. But I just hope this situation people will maybe think a little bit the next time because I'm not going to lie. I've been out there. There's been times I got home. I said, that was God. Like, but still, like, not on the expressway, try to pay attention. You throw that music up high, you put the damn window down so you can catch that cold air or turn the air on to keep you going. But yeah.
The one or two times that I may have driven under the influence decades ago,
Mm-hmm.
no music.
Decades. Oh,
Yeah,
you are old. I forgot.
no music. No
Go ahead.
music. Hand on 10 and 2, windows down. I'm actually like this isn't, I'm
No,
joking, but I'm not joking. I'm actually a really good driver when I'm drunk. I'm actually more alert when I'm drunk than I am on a regular, because on a regular,
maybe because you're more careful. Like
well,
you are. Yeah.
that's why it's like paranoia, it's scary. Like, it's just like
Mm-hmm.
you drive the way you're supposed to drive. But at the same time, though, you don't know everything that's going on in that car. Like, yes,
You don't?
made it home. I knew I was on 10 and 2. I'm like paranoid or whatever. I have no idea how fast I was going. I have no idea if
Yeah.
somebody was on the side or somebody moved down in front of me, if I ran a red. Like, you don't know those things. And that,
No, you don't.
we got to stop saying that. We got to stop saying we're so good at driving drunk, this, that, and the third, because
It's not
know
cute.
we got from point A to point B, but we have no idea, like, what really happened throughout that process.
Yeah, we don't. But that's why you listen. The times that I've done it, and it hasn't been that often, but it was one time I was like, that was God. God got me home, and not that I was passed out or anything, and I was like, oh, swerving on the road. But when I tell you the focus, and I'm praying, like, I'm got too far to go. But it's something that honestly, stories like this, and it's usually for most of us, it tends to happen, like you said, Dex, when we're in younger age, unless you have a problem or you're just a careless ass adult or a problem with alcohol and addiction at this point in time. But for the most part, just y'all, please think about it before you get in that car because it's really not just about you, it's other people. And unfortunately, that 21-year-old girl learned a hard lesson on that day. So again, this is sad all the way around. So just I pray for the people who have passed on. I pray for that girl and her family. Like I pray for everybody. So but people, if you have young kids of driving age, like please have a talk with them, show them the stories. You remember in prom, I don't know if y'all schools did this, but when I was in Cali for proms, they would have, because they know, like, when you're a teenager, the majority of the kids are going to get alcohol. So right before our prom, we would have,
in high school?
Well, I went to most of my high school in Southern California. It's a different way.
You went to Euphoria High. I forgot about that.
Yes, exactly. So
we were drinking in my high school. Well, I wasn't drinking in my high school prom. I didn't have my drink until my first drink until 21 years old. Like an adult.
Yeah. I might have been younger. I was out of high school the first time I drank, but But yeah, no, it was basically Euphoria High. But what they would do before prom, they would have like the state troopers and police officers come in, and they would bring like a live, like a wrecked car of people who lost their lives in a drunk driving. And a lot of times they were kids. So, I mean, some people might not agree with that method, but if that shit don't sober you, I know me as a kid. I was a dare kid watching them damn commercials. This is your brain on drugs. I was clean all through school.
No,
So I was my brain being fried up in the pan.
we used to do this thing. They used to have this program in my high school. I don't know the name of it, but it was essentially Dare. But it was a bit much though. Like Dare was on TV. This was, I remember, like, we were sitting down, we were watching it, and they were talking about drugs and stuff like that. And next thing you know, you hear this like this sound, which is like this is thud, and you turn around, and it's this guy. He's unwrapping a body bag, and he goes, "This is what your parents will hear if you overdose." And I was like, "Oh." I'll never do it. But like, that kind of stuff, like, and it's crazy because like for me, like that scared me, that worked for me. But there's so many people that I went to school with and that I know that like that didn't scare them, that didn't work for them, and that's why
Nope.
this is definitely like a problem and an addiction, and it's scary too. But it's like they do try, but like it just.
Mhm. Yeah, and I don't even understand. I honestly feel like the kids that it don't have no, they already out in these streets. Like they getting it there. It's Euphoria High.
But
So
this comes from home. Like these kids are like exposed to this before they even see a Dare commercial or the Dare commercials.
mhm.
They are looking at it in real life, and it's hard to escape it for a lot of people.
Yeah, and especially the kids that go home, and I'm not the regular mom, I'm the cool mom, or got the cool parents. I be looking at parents like they the hell crazy. I used to work with this girl, and her daughter was in high school at the time, and she would like have the kids come over, and oh yeah, I'm gonna go get them some beer, and I'm like, bitch, what?
Like that.
And she'd be like, yeah, I just rather, if you're gonna do it, I know you're gonna do it anyway. I just rather you do it in the house. Like, what kind
Yeah.
of standards are you setting?
It's crazy though. People do that because they want to protect their child. But guess what? These other kids go home and they get home different type of ways, and you're not protecting them. You're only protecting your child.
Thank you. And their friends. But let me as a parent, I don't have no kids right now, but this is some ish I don't play. Let me as a parent, I find out that my child is having a great old time at your house because you're allowing them to drink. Come outside. Or I'll come in, but come outside. Because I ain't trying to break nothing in your home, but come outside because you don't do that.
Lady Cruising 820 said, "You wish nowadays it was just alcohol," and that is a good point because there's kids that are overdosing on like the fentanyl. Now I'm old fentanyl and stuff like that because they're weeding and it's getting laced, and you don't know that you're not growing it yourself, so you don't know
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's just
Now, a conspiracy theory though that I think the government is lacing weed with fentanyl because like weed has been around for decades, right? And it's never been like a thing where it's been like laced and stuff. But now that it's being made legal and there's all these dispensaries, now all of a sudden these people are dropping dead from street drugs. I don't
yeah.
like that.
Listen,
Vicious to me.
I this is my first time I've heard of this, but yeah, I could see that happening because they want to push you. The government's trying to gear up, get their money. They want they cut into, so let's steer them to the dispensaries. And the dispensary weed is high as shit. It ain't. I mean, street weed is a little high too, higher now. But that damn dispensary weed, you'd be like, well, this is my car note.
Well, how much smoking?
Mind your business. I'm just playing that. No, it's just the price. It's not that bad, but the price is definitely different.
May or may not have visited a dispensary in Las Vegas when I went, and like I don't know, like I can understand that. I understand why people go to dispensaries. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, but what's crazy out here? You ever seen the dispensaries out here, especially on a Friday? You'll be like, what the hell? What y'all giving stuff away? Got the people outside directing traffic. What is happening? What is going on, friends?
They making it legal. It's legal. They got their cards and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh, why not? I mean, think about it. Before it was the same way at the liquor stores. The liquor store,
Yeah.
still actually, I said before. Still, the liquor stores on
Still.
Fridays, they be wrapped around the store.
And now the weed stores are like that now. I was like, yo, what the hell is going on? Couldn't even get in the parking lot. Had to park on the other business's lot just to get me a taste. But okay. Oh, this was some. Well, oh God, we'll get into politics a little down the line. This was something that I found a little funny. Why Rick Ross hating on Saucy Santana?
Rick Ross.
Yeah. Recently, and we haven't been on in a while, so this is why I'm bringing this up. But recently, Rick Ross was in an interview, and he was asked, "How does he feel about gay people in hip hop, like the up and coming influx of gay rappers?" And the guy gave an example. He goes, "Yeah, like Saucy Santana."
Oh, he was trying to be
Rick goes,
funny.
"I'm sure he was." Rick goes, "I ain't never heard of him, but listen." Live your dreams. Get out there, do it. But I ain't never heard of no Saucy Santana. Sir, if you didn't look like him, then why would you dress like him on your album cover?
I think Rick Ross said, I think he handled it properly because that guy was trying to be funny. Because when there's no way Rick Ross doesn't know who that is, but like,
There's no way.
Also, like, why would you ask Rick Ross about gay rappers? I don't understand the correlation because he's a rapper. Like, I don't understand why that would be like an important question to ask him. Like, that's stupid actually to ask him that question. But he asked that question because Rick looked like Santana on that album cover. He was trying to be funny because that, like, as a journalist, it's like that's not even if something were to happen like to a gay rapper or whatever, or like
then it's reason to bring it up.
Then it's like, okay, I see why you brought that up. But you brought that up because of that album cover, and there was no other way to frame it, so you threw it like that way.
I had more respect for him if he just laughed and said, "So, you and Saucy Santana, are y'all related?" Like, just laugh with it. Like, don't try to troll.
If I was Rick Ross and you said that to me, like, are y'all related? We would fight. Because don't play with me.
Sure. And I would put your hands on me, Rick, please.
Fight. Because don't play with me.
Because I'm going to get this check. Right here. Get it good.
Okay.
Get it good. Put your hands on me. And then that's something, honestly, I wouldn't, because you never want to embarrass people, at least in my, I don't feel as though when you interview people, your goal should be to get up there and I'm going to rip you apart. I'm going to shred you. I'm going to troll the shit out of this interview. Like, just don't do it then. But I definitely would, he probably would have never came back and said it with me again. But off air, we'd have talked about it.
We'll talk about it there. And I want to record it so I can post it. But like,
no.
Casual conversation, we're just talking about it because things like that I think people are curious about. I'm just not gonna do that. Like, I just think that it was just, it's kind of gross to like bring that up to him because like, what gay rappers are out there? Like, who are you talking about?
Maybe he was one. He was trying to get his mixtape out.
The only person is like Santana. Like, what are you talking about?
Don't do that because they're going to come for you. They're going to come in your list. Here you go, Dexter, a list of all the gay rappers popping that thing.
But like, who are they? Like, if nobody knows who they are, like, why are you bringing this up to Rick Ross as if he could be like, oh, I know this one, this one. Like, I really been like,
it's gaslighting. That's what it is.
Yes, I would have said, can you name a couple of them? And the guy would have been like, oh, Santana. Like, okay, who else? Like, you said who else?
Yeah, I don't know. We're in this realm of everybody just says shit because everybody, I want to go viral. I want to go viral.
Live your life.
Thank you. And if something hits and goes viral, it hits and goes viral. But I'm just a person. I'm always going to authentically be me. And especially in this realm of like the access and talking to people and interviewing people, like I would like to maintain a career or like grow my career. So although I'm not going to be super ass kissy because I hate when people do that too, but it's going to be a respectful, you come here, you're going to have fun. I mean, we know that much.
I don't know. Maybe you could try because like, what are you talking to Rick Ross about?
You gonna ask him why he didn't apologize?
I would like to know.
After he came back to life.
Yes, I would like to know that. I would like to know like this if he knew we have the same birthday. Like I have.
How would you know?
I wasn't sure if he was or not. Oh wait, actually,
Sound like somebody I know actually when you said that.
Who's that?
Kendra. My friend Kendra.
I hope she watching. Big Frida is actually a rapper too, right? Isn't Big Frida a rapper?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And is it she?
No, Frida is a boy. He just likes to, he's a man. He owns being a man, but every now and again he likes to play in girl clothes.
Oh.
Primarily, he presents as a girl mostly, but he owns his manhood.
Well, he has the same birthday as Rick Ross too.
So you and a Frida raw sandwich.
And
Who's in the middle?
And J. Cole.
Oh.
That's a weird ass group of people when you think about it. Like these people have there's nothing the same about any of these people. All these celebrities, Rick Ross, me, J. Cole, Big all the same thing. And there's no similarities between them. I guess we all black. Like that's it.
Dexter, I'm surprised. You know what? I'm proud of you.
Why?
The fact that you didn't say your name first, like you're growing. That's growth.
I said Rick Ross' name first because I know he's much, much, much older than me.
I cannot stand you. Okay, thank y'all, everybody checking in, who's sticking around watching us. I don't really even want to get into that story. Body positivity. Let's just jump into this really quick. There was this rapper. Her name is Ruby Rose, up and coming rapper. And she had to basically get online and defend herself from not having plastic surgery. And if you look, this girl is beautiful. I believe she's an East African girl. She's from here though, but that's where her people are from. The girl is beautiful. She has a regular, like she just look regular. I just hate that we're in this space now that we're every time somebody comes on the scene, we're sitting here trying to cherry pick if this person got that done, if that person got that done. Like everybody don't got to build a body these days and they're okay with it. Stop.
She knows that you feel that way. She knows that. She knows that you feel that way. She knows that there are other women that feel that way too. That's why she jumped on that train and tried to ride it. I don't believe it. I don't take it serious. When people try to say like, oh, they coming at me because I don't got my body done. If somebody like Lizzo said that, I'd be like, okay, you're right, because they are. People who are in shape and all that kind of stuff. Because like Lizzo was somebody that you wouldn't be like, oh, she's such a desirable person, this and the third. These other people, they'd be like standard, like the standard beauty practices or whatever.
Okay.
It'd be people who like fit the standard or whatever, and they're like, this is my real body, and people coming at me because of my body, this and the third. Like nobody's saying anything to you. Like you're using that because truthfully, the new way of chasing clout and like showing off certain things. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I didn't do this. I don't have this done, this, and the third. I'm natural, this, and the third. And that is something, it like actually drives me crazy, to be honest with you.
I feel what you're saying. Because it's like, you're just trying to bring attention to it. But I don't know. I don't know.
You if it was Coyle Ray, I'd be like, I hear it. I see it. I know that people are saying that stuff to you. But these girls, like, I mean, you look like the girls. You look naturally like what these girls go. Yeah. And you're like, I'm proud of my body, this, and the third, and they're coming at me. We know that they're coming. We know that you're proud of your body. We're proud of your body. Go away.
So why you got a problem with Lizzo saying it?
I just think Lizzo is somebody that, like, traditionally, people are not like, oh, Lizzo's the most desirable. Like, Lizzo's not getting voted the most beautiful woman and all this stuff like this by society as a whole. Like, most people look at Lizzo and they're like, oh, she needs to lose weight, this, that, and the third. So she's saying, like, I'm preaching body positive because people who look should have the right to be like sexy and all that kind of stuff like that. I can because I don't think people give people like that the type of credit that they deserve. Like these women are beautiful as well, but people will look down on them and talk trash about them and their bodies. And then, so you tell me Lizzo is speaking body positivity. Then this girl who looks like a model or whatever, a traditional model, you talking about y'all are both getting the same type of hate? Please.
Yeah, I think it's definitely part of capping, but it's one of those things. It could be a few people coming at her trying to critique her, but this girl got a regular body, like the body that she was born with. So I just don't even understand if people are even looking at that, trying to size it up. I just feel like we're getting into this space of where your normal body, to us, because we know it, like we've seen it. Most of us have grown up with people with normal bodies. But now with everybody just get a little check and you run into with either Miami or some other country. Like, it scares me where we're going for the youth. And I think that's why I'm talking about this story, because she's a young girl. And it's the people who follow her. Huh?
What's her name?
Her name is something. Where's it? Ruby Rose.
Now, if I pull up this picture, and
this girl look regular. She look regular.
Is she white?
And we learned something today. One tough cookie. She telling us what the kids say. The kids say, "Pick me, girls."
Ruby Rose, this white lady.
She's light skinned. No, she's black. Well, she's light skinned. How you spelling it? Rubie. Rose.
R-U-B.
Rapper. Ruby Rose rapper.
Why would you spell Ruby R-U-B-I-E?
Because why do your cousins do anything? Stop. You got to set yourself apart.
Now, let me get this straight. This girl who, every picture I see, she's showing off her body. She's saying that people are having issues with her body. Why y'all lie so much? I don't get it. This girl right here is saying that she has issues with people talking about her body.
She's saying the perspective of the issues people keep trying to say, you got this done. But let's be clear, because her regular body is not even like that. That's Photoshop. And then I think for me, that's the problem, because people.
What's done?
It's Photoshop. They've curved her out a bit more.
But who is looking?
But it's Photoshop. I just hate the world that we in. This is where we are. This is why the Lizzos must sit and do the post with the fried chicken and the strawberry sodas, because y'all gonna take what body I give y'all. Me and my own natural.
Oh, she could stop doing that too. I'm so sick of these. I'm sick of it. Oh my God, I'm so sick of it.
Y'all gotta. Listen, for anybody, rather I choose to get a sack of rocks thrown in my ass or my titties, or I decide to pull a Janet and get a couple of ribs removed, y'all gonna get whatever body I give y'all. And I just hate that we're just in a space where this is what people do. Y'all are literally sitting up obsessing over what people look like, and if they had work done, if you didn't have work done, y'all out here getting these fake asses trying to lie about it. I hate it. I hate where we are, and it makes me even cringe to think where we're going in this. I mean, hopefully there's some hope, because a few weeks ago, Nicki Minaj told her story to who interviewed her? It was Joe Budden.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and that shit pissed me off, and it's sad because in the moment, this is a moment where I'm being, and it's rare we see Nicki, I don't want to say authentic, but be open and be vulnerable in her insecurities. And this was a moment, clearly that was happening. She was like, yeah, I really didn't feel the need to get one, but it's not that anybody said, Nicki, go get some ass. She was like, that nobody directly came and said that to me, but the conversations always happening when I was in the room. The subliminals, you see the people that the girls, the groupies, they're always bringing in. Most people, Nicki was young. Most people will cave to that. So it made me think, when she did that, I wonder how a lot of these people feel now, the ones that, because I honestly think Nicki, on a public platform, she was one of the first to usher in this go get an ass craze, on that level. But I wonder how people feel now about it, especially, this is a female thing. I guess some men subscribe to it too.
How they feel about it. Nicki did it, right? And it was I guess people were doing it after Nicki did it, but I just remember there was a whole phase where people were doing that stuff in people's basements and stuff like that, and they were dying and they were getting sick from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like nobody really talked about it, and now I feel like everybody does it. So
yeah,
I don't know what happened.
It's weird. Everybody is doing it now. It's like a Christmas gift. You want to wrap your easy bake oven? Hey little girl, here's a gift card when you want to go get that gift certificate, when you want to go get that ass plumped up. So
stop it though. I'm telling you, and because women do not like to compete with men. And I'm telling you, the more women start to do this, guys are going to start going to get plastic surgery too. And
It's already happening.
y'all, but I mean like severe,
Me-
and y'all are going to hate. Like right now, I think guys get like liposuction. There's like famous guys get like liposuction stuff like
Yeah.
that.
And not so famous because,
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying like
yeah.
big level, whatever. They get liposuction. I don't think liposuction is that big of a deal. I don't think any woman's looking at it like, oh, whatever. But watch,
Mm-hmm.
guys are gonna start getting abs and all that kind of stuff like that put on their body, and y'all are going to be disgusted about it. Look at it. Look at it with the hair stuff. Look how women get so upset when the guys do like the units and like the fake beards and stuff like that. Girls don't like stuff like that. Girls think that guys are supposed to just age naturally, gracefully, whatever, and the enhancements are for them. But just you wait. Guys are going to start doing this stuff,
And you're going to have to live with it.
but they're going to be pissed. When guys start being like, oh, take a little off the side, take a little off my thighs or whatever, give me some abs. Girls are,
Baby.
and I don't mean guys like Santana.
No.
I mean like
Men.
they are interested in. When they start to do that, they're going to stop. Watch.
I hope so. I mean, I just, again, get what you got to get. Like, if that's what you really want to do, but I feel like so many people are doing it now because everybody is doing it, and you feel like you have to keep up with the Joneses. Again, we'll say this again, I'm not anti-plastic surgery. I am not. But now everybody coming out, I mean, especially with these BBLs, to be quite honest, it's not healthy. Like,
I don't get it.
My surgeon wouldn't even do it because she's like, it's too dangerous. I would never do that to anybody. But yet people just, there's places that are going to take your money.
What I don't understand about it is the girls, I remember before, the girls who we would like be like going crazy about because of their bodies, Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lopez, K. Michelle, Nicki Minaj, all these girls are now speaking out against it. Nicki is like, probably shouldn't have done that. J-Lo's like, I never did it. Kim's like, I never did it. All these, Ashanti, Beyonce, all those girls like, I something like that. My body's natural, so forth and so on. And it's like all these girls who we looked at as like the prototypes, like the blueprints for their bodies, they're speaking out against it, and yet here we are with you doing it now. So it's just kind of like, where's your inspiration at this point? Like I don't.
Yeah.
What is it?
People like to be sheep, and you like to go with the wave. Unfortunately, it's sad. But a few of them people you mentioned, we gonna side eye when you said, because we saw the pictures before surgery became a thing. That's not it.
Even with that though, if these are celebrities and famous people who I would assume started the wave or whatever, if they're denying having this surgery, I just think it's kind of silly for you to be like, I want to look like them and go and get a surgery that they don't even want you to know that they got.
Thank you. And then when you bring your ass, you live on the block. You come out here, girl, you can't hide a motherfucking thing from us. So you walk out your house on a Tuesday with no ass at all.
And
you come back on a Friday and you assed up and you got some hips and you got a little physique. You're not built like a,
and even with that,
like a F-250.
Look at girls like Khloe Kardashian. Like she's clearly had Khloe Kardashian has had everything done from her head to her toes, and it's very obvious. And
she looks crazy now.
People say it and clown her for it. Why would you want to put yourself through that?
Child. Because somebody done told them this was the wave and everybody believed it. And
like, who's doing this?
The media, they're going to blame it on whoever because this is what you're supposed to have. And here's another thing. These people who get all these surgeries, let's be honest. Kim Kardashian, all those names, the K. Michelles, all them people, they have the money to keep getting things done. You don't. Get your ass in the gym. Find a workout routine, something. It doesn't necessarily have to be the gym, but you still have to maintain it. Even if you get all of these surgeries, because they say like, okay, you get lipo, you remove where they remove the fat, it'll never go back there. But the fat got to go fucking somewhere. So just stop being lazy. Get your surgeries, do it. But do know a lot of these things you're trying to accomplish, you can do it on your own. It just takes discipline. So I'm just like, I think it's stupid when you throw money down the damn drain. Like these girls, they'll spend thousands on getting these services done. And then a couple years later, What happened? I'm not happy.
I mean,
Because you should have kept, you have to maintain it.
someone in the comments just said Lil Kim, and I think that we can like put a pin in it right there because that is like the perfect example.
That girl, that shit was sad. That, oh God, Kim, I still love her, but something to say. Why y'all stealing? Still, what's going on?
Wait, who's still in now? I don't blame them, but who's still in now? From where?
I don't blame them either. Well, there was two stories. One got me the other day. They gonna lock these three kings up because they had a machine, like a tool, to change the gas prices at gas stations. So they were basically filling their tanks up for a couple of cents, if that.
How did they get,
Let them out of jail,
how did they,
huh?
they were doing too much. Don't let them out. Keep them in there. Don't do too
Let them out.
if I'm like this, I'm only talking to myself about it. Maybe I'll tell one or two people about it. The thing is, people don't know how to be smart criminals. They think they're supposed to tell the world what they probably tweeted about it, telling the world what crime they're getting away.
I don't think they tweeted. They didn't look in the tweet realm to look at. Because what it was, they probably said, "Give me $20 and I'll fill you up."
See?
And they did it to an undercover cop, probably.
You got to take your own blessings and do your thing with it. You don't need to
Yep.
talk about it.
Listen, everybody wants to be a Robin Hood. Sometimes you just can't be a Robin Hood.
It's Robin.
Exactly. And then today a beautiful story popped up that 1 o'clock, Beverly Hills, group of people pulled up on a jewelry store, smashed the shit out of it, grabbed $5 million worth of jewelry out of
with sledgehammers. This organized crime is out of control. Like it is.
Ain't even organized at this point. It's niggas sitting at home like, gas is crazy. Y'all see how much food is? Put a mask on. We out. Meet me at this location this time.
And I'm afraid for the summer too, because think about it. How last summer it was like people used the excuse of the protests to do what they were doing. It seemed like in the winter time people were just running to the stores because they felt like it. I'm scared the summer might be the same way.
Like, listen. The wedding prices done went up.
Yeah, but these
post-pandemic
weren't about to pay prices for nothing anyway. Like this was always what they were going to do.
Always a thing, but even more so now, though. And we can't act like the economy has absolutely nothing to do with this.
It don't. I'm not gonna let you do that.
So this is what I'll say.
You're not gonna tell me you robbed the Louis Vuitton store because gas prices are high. Like,
yeah,
for what?
Joe said they were supposed to send us stipends. Where is it? I gotta get the money somewhere.
He didn't say that.
I can't even go. I can't go steal gas no more. That's not even a possibility. But wait, unless you got the clicker. But outside of that, let me go in this store and take this Louis Vuitton bag so I can go figure out.
See, that's my thing. People out here stealing. If they were stealing at the grocery store, like whatever, I get it. Food is ridiculous. Chicken wings are like $20 a bag. Like it's insane in the grocery store now. Somebody said still at the grocery store, I might be like, okay, I get that. You got to eat, but you're still not the liquor store. You're still not a Louis Vuitton. Those are things you didn't need that.
You're not looking at this with a business mind, okay. Like because. You know what they say in business, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. And you might lose a little. I mean, that's just how life goes. You lose a little. Sometimes you always don't get a return on your investment. But, you still can't be afraid to take the risk. You win some, you lose some.
So they still like these Louis Vuitton purses because gas is so high, this, that, and the third. But yet then they turn around and try to sell the same Louis Vuitton purse to somebody else. Mm-hmm. So I guess gas ain't high for them. And food ain't high for them.
Mm-hmm. It's not what... Yeah, but if I can get this Louis Vuitton bag, this $4,000 bag for $500 on this...
Uh-huh.
You're
going to get the bag. You're gonna get the bag,
and guess what? I have the bag costs $4,500. I now have $4,000 more that I can go shopping in the market and pay for my gas money.
If prices were food and all that stuff was that bad, I don't think you need to worry about the type of person that you're running around with. Personally.
Let's be honest. These people who are doing this, they're already thieves. They were
Yeah,
already doing the shit. Now they're just more emboldened to do it. And the excuse is going to be, you see how hard this shit is?
hate it.
What BB said, I'm snatching dishes out your kitchen. No, I'm not going hungry out here. How am I going to get in my car and drive it if it's no, I can't afford the gas to put in it? I got to get the funds somewhere. So, Mr. Gucci.
Terrible. But if you guys,
Gucci.
if you guys do know any plugs, Latoya and I, we are willing to help out these people.
Yes, because you got to support small business.
Sure, if that's what you call it.
Everybody has to start somewhere.
Everybody eat.
And we as a people, we should be supporting people's dreams and their goals and helping them flourish. That's our responsibility.
And put gas in. We buy that purse off of them. They put gas in their car so they can rob the next store. And when they do that, somebody else benefits from it. So it's circle of life.
See? Yes, the circle of life, Dexter. These boosters are out here doing what needs to be done so the rest of us can flourish and live our best lives out here. So be great.
I knew a booster. I would like to interview a booster. I really would. I would just like to know, like, how they do it.
I don't even know where she at no more. Most people ain't going to be. You probably have to put. It can't be on live here. You have to put one of the voice things on it. But one used to be around Southwest Philly. Y'all might know. I ain't gonna put their name out there, but she always used to have the colognes and the good perfume, the real expensive stuff too. Everybody in West and Southwest knew who this person was. But I don't want to put their name. But good businesswoman, always had the stuff. It was never fake. Sometimes you would even say, all right, I'm gonna give you what you got. You give me $500. I'm gonna bring you back this $1,500 gift card from the Gap because I like you. Or give me 15. No, this is how they would do. Not the gift cards. Give me $500. If it was a good one, they'll come and bring you $1,500 worth of stuff so you can take it back, get the return, get your store credit, whatever. Okay, you know, it just.
If I want I want no parts in this. Like, I'm good on that.
You ain't never bought nobody food stamps?
No.
Don't. Well, I'm not. I never have, but I'm not above it.
I've had somebody use their food stamps on me before, though.
Well, you participated in the food stamp thing. Yeah, I'm not to come down to it. Huh?
They ate the food, too.
Oh, so, all right, well, that's fine either way, my nigga.
Yeah, like I'm about to be spending my money when you get free money. You think I'm about to spend my money for us both to eat? No.
It's cheaper with the food stamps, too.
Yeah, I wish you would think I'm about to spend money when you got the card. Swipe that card.
Yeah, you gonna have to. You give it to them, but like, all right, if I put $20, apply it, you gonna have to give me $40 of food stamps. Like that's just how it works. If the money if we gonna do this a partial payment, and you paying with food stamps, but you're asking me to put a portion of it, so say we got a $40 bill, and we're gonna pay half 40. I gotta pay 20. You better give me $40 worth of food stamps later on down the line.
Or I'm gonna tell on you.
Don't maybe call the law.
I'm gonna tell.
911. They stealing.
Take her when she don't need them.
I don't know why she been scamming for years. Kylie Jenner, Travis Scott changing their baby's name after how many months of being here, supposedly? Huh?
It was like weeks. I love that for them because you know what? When they had their baby, they named the baby Wolf. I swear, I don't remember who it was, but there was another celebrity that had a baby around the same time, and they named it too. Ain't no way you about to share no name with a new one. Y'all born around the same time? I'm changing my name. It was somebody black, too. Somebody just named their baby like Wolf. Their baby was like literally just born, and somebody named Wolf around the same time as Kylie Jenner.
I mean, you know how they always want to be different. Wolf is becoming a name. A few years ago, I know a girl who named their child Wolf. Supposed to be like actually Wolfgang. I don't know the correlation. Maybe it's a family name. I don't know, but they call him Wolf. It's a thing now. Like You're going to have to get more creative, Kardashians, then. I'm sorry.
I don't know who it was. Oh, Eve.
Oh, somebody said Eve.
Yes, she named her baby Wolf, and it was around the same time
Uh-huh.
as Kylie Jenner. And like Kylie was like, "Oh,
So, yeah, I like Eve. She a Philly bitch. Change it.
like looking Cristobal. Every time I have a question, she know the answers to what's 5 times 5.
That's my cousin. She know.
Did
They been knowing.
What's 5 times 5?
What you say? What's 5 times 5? You
Got all
stupid.
that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even know what time it is. We talked about the smash and grab. Oh, real quick. I guess we can just end it on this. I really don't feel like getting into politics tonight. There's so much going on, but it's so draining.
The politics I'm talking, I thought it was so funny, and then like it was like amazing. I loved it. Then I actually started to look up the politics stuff, and I was like, oh, this is exhausting.
Dexter, there are a lot of moments happening, and there are funny moments happening too. But to really sit and look at it and like really like go through and know what's going on, it's so damn frustrating. And because it's so frustrating, I want to laugh and I want to have fun with it, but maybe next week. I can't do it right now because trust me, where we are politically, it ain't going nowhere for a good while.
One political thing that I did see that was funny, I got an alert today from Fox News that said, click here for photos of Vladimir Putin on his luxury yacht while Russia suffers. I thought that was funny.
Yo, they're going to have the Russian people pull up on Vladdy like, what's up? Yeah. It's about to be stormed the Bastille. We pulling up because people at the wall, you can't keep playing with people. And that's what I don't even understand about this war that's happening. They need soldiers. Why y'all going to work? I don't understand.
Because I don't want to go to war. Like, what you mean?
No, the soldiers don't go to work.
You have to. That's like our soldiers here not going to work. You're not gonna get your Camaro.
You don't want this war.
You're not
don't go to work.
You're not gonna get your
Russian soldiers. Stop going to work. Huh?
You know, if you don't, I said something nasty. I don't want to say it again.
Say it again.
if you like I said, like our soldiers here, if they don't go to war or whatever, when they tell them don't go to work, when they tell them they're not gonna get their Chevy Camaro. But like that's not nice. I shouldn't say something like that.
I hate you. No, it's usually the Chevy Camaros or it's the an SRT, some type of Challenger or Dodge Challenger.
But I'm sorry, military people.
Yeah, but like it's just one of those things. Like Russians, please, you don't have to listen to Putin. Even in the military, everybody has a choice. Now you're gonna spend some time in the brig and maybe even in Russia because Putin will get you out of here. How many people that came out and said something and now where are they?
It's gonna be them.
But
be sitting there so with Brittany Griner, you better be careful.
They're gonna end up letting her home. But Russian soldiers, he can't do the war by himself. And we ain't got enough. They working on them droid dogs, but they ain't got the droid people right now. Stop going to work. Just don't show up. I'm going to, in the middle of the war, I'm taking off. You can't have no war with no bodies or no people to shoot off.
From what I've heard, though, they don't know what's actually happening. Like, they don't know, like I don't know about the soldiers. They may know. But, like the civilians, they don't actually know what's happening. Like, he's certain things from them, from what I've been told. And, like, they block certain things on TV and stuff like that. And, like, the message they were given about what's happening is like not reality. I mean, kind of like how we did with 9/11, but that's neither here nor there too. I said theories today, so that's my limit.
Okay, we're done. We'll save it for next week. We'll get into politics a bit more. With everything happening, I just needed a little break from it. Or they can all just take his ass out and say war over. I mean, now, Lil Lindsay done told y'all, although I don't trust nothing, I can't stand him, especially after this Ketanji Brown. Like, Lindsay, can somebody give, before this man rests in peace, can somebody please just serve him a fair one? I don't want him to be too old because I don't want it to be a disadvantage, but I need somebody to serve Teddy Graham a fair one because
Lady G.
His gums just keep bumping And they don't need to anymore. And I'm not saying that. I just need him to be quiet for a little bit. And the reason, the cause of him being quiet is because you got a fat ass lip from getting lumped up.
So yeah, smash, marry, and never see again. Lindsey Graham, Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump.
All dead.
Sure.
No. Okay. If we're going to play this, marry Lindsay, because Lindsay don't want none of this. Ain't nothing I got that Lindsay want, and he do got a little bit of coin, so I can just sit there with all the jewels, and my husband is out there, and y'all judge me if y'all want to at these little political events. Y'all know what it is.
I'm gonna talk about you like a dog. It's gonna be so bad.
We both walking into a political event with our purses. Lindsay, you got yours? Baby, what bag you wearing tonight? Because I'm gonna wear the Balenciaga. I'm gonna wear either the Balenciaga or I might. Which bag you think? We can't walk in the same place with the same bag. So what are you wearing?
He's gonna be getting you together. He's gonna be telling you what not to wear.
And you know he got that eye, and I'll listen.
Now Giuliani or Trump, which one are you smashing? Which one do you never want to see again?
This is hard. I gotta pick.
Yeah, it's the game.
Okay, Giuliani, I never want to see you again because you're never going to that black sweat on me.
That and just among everything else. I'm sure he has wooden teeth. Like you picked right.
All of it. You take the shirt off. The body is probably encased in moles.
Well, they did say that's what Lindsey Graham looks like. I don't know if it's true or not, but they did say that about him.
Well, it's okay because I ain't gotta see it. No, I'm never gonna see him naked.
Well.
And Trump, I guess, is the last. Because one thing, it ain't gonna last long. We know that. Stormy told us that.
Did you say she got paid back? Well, how are we talking about politics? But I was about to say, you all that money back to Donald Trump. Like I think it's like $300,000 or $300.
She had to give it back to him.
He has to because she talked. She spoke.
You should have kept your mouth shut. The whole share bag that she got afterward was bigger. Like, well, I'm sure she's okay.
Well, she said, "I'll die before I give him a penny."
She know Andrew Cuomo?
And Donald Trump said that could be arranged. Like, keep playing.
So maybe break. You know what? Here's a first class ticket to Russia. Mm-hmm. My guy, Putin, he got you. He gonna get you set up.
He'll take care of you. I mean, crazy. Like you gotta be really on something to have sex with Donald Trump for money. Have sex with Donald Trump, get money out of it, and then think it's okay for you to tell us about it.
Yeah, well, I guess she wanted the fame and the celebrity. I'm the type. But for 300, you don't have to break a little more bread for me to. It's gonna have to be. Maybe that's why. For me to lay down with Donald Trump, you're gonna need more than 300,000. That's not.
Well, I don't know how much he paid her. But if I'm not mistaken, that's how much she has to pay him for breaching the contract that they signed.
Oh, okay, got you. Girl, pay him his money. Pay him his money. But yeah, I guess for me, marry Lindsay, kill Giuliani, and I guess I gotta have sex with Trump.
Let Trump take you to Pound Town.
It's gonna be that town only got one stoplight, and it's over. It's a very small town. And don't blink because you're going to miss it. And we know that.
If you catch what I'm saying.
Or you know it, you're going to be in the next town. So I'll marry that. Mm-hmm. I'll marry that. Well, okay, well, just one last story. So it's up to you, Dex. I know y'all covered a couple of these on Bro Talk, but we're either going to talk about the trans woman who won the female
swimming thing.
Yeah, the swim meet, and Fesco, the gay dog who found a home.
We did talk about both those yesterday.
Oh, did y'all? Okay. Which one would you like to what did you have the most fun with yesterday? I'll be right back. Hold on, keep talking.
No, I take that back. We talked about Fezco, the dog. We did not talk about. I forgot this girl's name, but we didn't talk about that. So I would actually be kind of curious to see what you guys, and what Latoya thinks about it. I'm sorry that I can't remember her name, but she.
That's okay.
What is her name? I know she swims at UPenn or University.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Mm-hmm. I did not write that part down, to be quite honest.
I had it, I had it, but whatever. There's a.
You want to go congratulate her?
Yeah, I think that's like, I think that's awesome that like she won, and like I always think it's great when people excel, like they excel in their sport or whatever they're trying to do or whatever. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
and like I know a lot of people are mad because like she wasn't born a woman, but she's a woman now, and now she's competing at that level against her peers. That's awesome to me.
This the one. This the one time I agree with Caitlyn Jenner. You know I can't stand Bruce. The person who won second, give it to them. And I'm sorry. I'm just listen.
Wait 1 second, I don't get it.
The person who came in second place, they won.
Wait, who came in second place?
Whatever woman came in second place, whatever.
So wait, take it from one woman and give it to another one, just even though that woman didn't win. It's like, yeah, I don't think so.
Sports and how they measure it is all about how the body is made up.
Nobody's ever said that. Nobody's ever said that. People only say that when they.
Then why do they have different? So if that's not the case, why are all sports together? Why is there a WNBA? Why is there NBA?
It don't have to be.
It sure doesn't.
So,
but it is.
Okay, so would you rather? So okay, there's a WNBA and there's an NBA. But if this person feels like they should be playing in the WNBA,
mm-hmm.
make them. Why would you force them to play in the NBA if they don't feel like they should be?
You can go play outside on a neighborhood parking lot. Like you can go to the neighborhood and play basketball. Right. But we're not going to act like science does not play a part here and how the natural body makeups are. Men naturally have, because you have more body mass, you're built different. I'm not a scientist. So I'm not going to sit here and play this game. But
yeah,
come on. Most people who were born male physically have an advantage over a person who was born female. And that's natural. It's science.
Yeah, but that's not.
Now, in adulthood, if we're in a space, you can be whoever you want to be. If it makes you happy, you were born one way, was supposed to be something. That is do it. Be happy.
So let me get this.
But we got to stop.
So let me get this straight. If a woman was born
mm-hmm.
born like a man, if a man was born and decided to transition into a woman, you're saying that now woman should not compete with other women?
I'm not going to say you shouldn't compete, but you have to clearly recognize the advantage that you might have over.
I have an advantage. I'm
somebody else.
Probably going to be better than you. Step your game up.
No. Well, we're going to disbar all this shit, and everybody going to be in the same locker rooms together, and everybody going to just play together. Let's do it. Because we're not going to sit here.
And I'll be fine with that as long as people say it is a genderless society. If we're not willing to do that, like you don't want to make it a genderless society, but you also don't want to include people. Like I told you, like you're a cisgendered woman, so I can understand how you say.
You can't even say it. Shut up. Just shut up.
You're a cisgender woman. You are a cisgender woman. And I can understand how you can be like, oh, if this woman who may or may not have been born, like, with the same genetic makeup as me, I'm intimidated by her that she may have like an advantage of me in the swimming pool.
Let me tell you something. I ain't intimidated by no bitch. I ain't intimidated by no bitch.
Because to me,
no matter what, she used to have something or used to be something else or whatever.
It sounds to me like y'all scared. Like it's just y'all scared. And then let me tell you this. So you mean to tell me that if a woman, if it's a man,
Child.
so if it's a
Dre Day said as soon as they eliminate that, look at all the harassment claims that's going to pop up, child.
but that says a lot about you though. If you harassing somebody and they are identifying as the same sex as you, something ain't right with you.
I don't even understand what you just said.
If
It's just a lie.
you're harassing somebody because the sex that you think that they are, they don't identify with, something's wrong with you. This person is telling you, I'm not, and you still coming after them.
No. What I personally, I mean, yeah, you should not harass anybody. If somebody sits here and says, this is what I subscribe to and this is what I want to be referred to as, and especially if I've invested in myself and had the work done, yes, you should 100% respect that person. But at the same time, when it comes to stuff like this, we can't act like science does not play a part in it, and certain people, genders of people, whatever you were born as, have certain.
Then why don't people only make this argument when somebody else is losing, when these people are winning something? Why isn't this argument made when it's the flip side, when it's a person who was born a woman who transitions into a man? If they play a sport, like based on what you guys are saying, if they play a sport, they're naturally going to be less likely to win because of their genetics. Yeah. So then why is it not an issue then?
Because nobody talk about the losers, Dexter. That's just where we are in life. Nobody talks about the losers.
You talk about
people get mad because they got, like, of course, and you feel slighted because this person won. And okay, you might feel a little slighted, but let's be, when we're talking about physicality, and that's what it's been totally different. If we on the damn math league and it's a traditionally female math league, and a trans person decides to come in, or vice versa, traditionally male math league, and a trans person used to be a man, now a woman, now sees herself as a man. Okay, that's a battle of the minds. I feel like with that, it's even playing field, but I don't have no science to back that up. But
are arguing about, well, men can do this and women can do this. Like, you people are ridiculous. Let people swim and play basketball and do whatever they want to do. Cisgender people, it's time for us to take a step back and sit down and accept our brothers and sisters who are trans.
And you should be accepting all of them as of now, but at the same time, stop. What Andrew say? Stop calling me sis.
You are cisgender. Cisgender means you were.
I don't subscribe to all labels.
A cisgender woman is a woman who was born a woman and decided to stay a woman, and that's you. Cisgender female. You're a cis female. Like you. That's what you are. Like, what are you talking about? You are. I mean, I'm a cisgender female. Like, that's what we are. Do you not accept it?
No, I don't.
Are you not a female?
Not for me. For me personally. If that's what you want, if you want to take on that label, you are more than welcome to. I personally don't subscribe to it. I'm sorry, it's just me. But I don't knock anybody. If that's what you want to do it.
So when you look up the word in the dictionary and it says a female who was born a female and decides to remain a female, you don't think that applies to you? Because it does.
Not in my world, it doesn't. Not in my personal world, it doesn't.
Not in a dictionary, like
doesn't apply to me. But if we're in a space, if that's what makes people feel comfortable, it makes you comfortable, even to call people that's up to you. Can do that. But for me, if we're having a one-on-one conversation, if you look at me, I just don't subscribe to it. I'm sorry.
So
that's just my personal opinion.
So what are you?
I'm a Black woman living in America, and that's just what it makes things easy for me. And that's what I am.
It's killing you to add 3 letters in front of woman.
It's not needed.
Well, it's actually 3 letters in a word: cisgender. So
it's a lot. You're adding a lot to it. So for me, do I prefer it? And I stand on all 10 toes on that.
But you are okay with they.
I don't prefer it, huh?
You don't prefer it, but you are okay if they refer
I'm
as a sister.
1000% okay.
Yeah.
If I'm in a conversation with somebody and I call them a woman and they're like, "Sweetie, I'm a cis woman." Okay, you got that, and I'm going to be 1000%
So if you
respectful of it.
if you're talking to a trans woman and she says like, "Oh, this is my cisgendered friend," you're okay with that too, because that's
Well, maybe because, but then we're getting back into labels, and I don't want to do that. Like, this is too confusing, just where we are right now. And I know it's just because of where we lie in the wheel of things. As the younger people get older, I don't think we'll see much of this anymore. It'll just be one of those things that, okay, yeah, this is just the world. But I was just born in that middle space. And I'm sorry, like, it's going to be certain things. It's going to be a harder time for me to fully subscribe to. But again, I don't want to, if it's about me, don't put me in that box. But if anybody else wants to, feel free. Like, and I'll respect what you want to be.
so you just said it's hard for you to be put in a box because of
Mm-hmm.
you're born.
Yeah. I'm being honest.
Okay. Just to be clear,
Mhm.
people are saying I don't want to be put into a box because of the way I was born. You realize
That's the.
y'all
I'm not. Did I say this makes sense to the world? No, but this makes sense to me, Latoya Shante Charleston. Okay.
I'm glad it makes sense to you because it's literally the same thing that they say. They don't want to be put
Yeah,
in a box either. They want to be.
I want to be put in the box that I'm comfortable in. Okay.
Yep.
So as a black female, I'm comfortable in that box. I'm okay.
And a lot of them are born males and they are comfortable in the same box that you're in.
Yes.
And there's room for all of y'all in there.
You come on in.
Okay, like if I come in there, you won't even come in the box with you. Let me in the box. Let me. In the box. If I get in that box, I'm telling you, like
You gonna be shitting on bitches, ain't you?
if I ever transition, y'all would hate me because I'm going full in. I'm calling y'all cisgender women and all that kind of stuff like that. And
Oh, you.
and I'm gonna start playing like basketball and stuff like that. I'm serious. I would really like y'all would hate me because I would be freaking.
No, because you want to do it to troll. You have to do it to live your life to your fullest, and what you really.
Boy, living life to the fullest more than winning the Olympics and all that kind of like. I'd be so famous, man. Like these people don't be doing it right. Like they
Walking through, y'all see it, and you and Santana and Rick Ross gonna be best of friends ever. And maybe y'all can have Rick like, bruh,
no,
bruh.
I bet I don't know, y'all. I'm rich and famous. Like I'm the baddest one that's ever done it.
The baddest bitch. Trina ain't got nothing.
Who?
Exactly. Who?
I'm telling you, they don't be doing like because the thing is, like, you see how mad people get about this girl who's winning the swimming stuff. Make them mad. Like I promise you, if this was me, I would be doing everything to just piss them off. Like I would stand down on.
So you're gonna be trolling.
Oh, I would troll my life away. Like, I just.
With that said, there's purpose of that because I'm going to live my life however the hell I want to live it. So if you're not comfortable, that's your problem. But it has to happen. It has to become. Why not play against the guys? We don't want to get too much into this.
She's not a guy. Also, just one more thing before we go. We got like 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can't even keep track of time anymore, but go ahead.
Women and the names, the food names and stuff like that. I see somebody named Chocolate Storm Comic. There was a big complaint recently about women being called desserts, basically. Like they don't want to be called chocolate and strawberry shortcake and pancake and all this stuff based on their skin tone. How do you feel about that?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
I think it's the stupidest thing ever. But again, if as a person you don't want to be referred to as a piece of sweet treat, enough for me then. Because I don't mind being like, I mean, even like she has chocolate. My name is Chocolate. I don't have any problems with that. I think for me, it's like,
So,
Like, I don't know. People just get too in their feelings about things.
now it's weird because like I realized after reading that I don't call you that, but I also don't do nicknames either. Like I'm really not a nickname person. But I realized like I never do it, and I'm like,
But you knew me when you met me. But it's weird. I always kind of find it weird when people I know, like in my real life, call me that anyway. It's just
what they do though.
they do some, but none of my family calls
Like
me that.
like people that we worked with, they did.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because it all started like from work, and so
But
I'm okay with that. But like,
I just realized I never did. I'm like, because people were really pissed about that. They were like, "Why are you worried about it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't." And I just realized
mm-hmm.
I never did it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I mean, well, as far as like the nicknames, comparing yourself to like a sweet tree, it don't. For me, it doesn't bother me. But for some people, I guess they feel whatever.
I think Chocolate Storm comic is right. It depends on where the name comes from too. Like if you were dating somebody and they called you that, you would not have no issue with it. You wouldn't be like, "Don't call me." You wouldn't do that. That's why I hate when
Thank you.
people talking on social media because they'll say stuff, but it don't even apply to you in real life. That's so true.
Mm-hmm. No, you're 100%. She's 100% correct when it comes to that. But yeah, I think this is a good place to end on.
What an amazing show today. I am just
Really was. We got some culture in, we got some politics in, we got terminologies in, people's comfort levels in. I think we did good with the day. We represented different perspectives. We did well.
we might have went a little longer than we planned to, but it was a show.
Yes, yes. And with that said, thank you guys so much for always pulling up on us in the comments. Saturday, which you guys will see it. I'll be on with a friend of mine. Her name is Joyce. So we're going to do a little YouTube conversation where it's going to, I guess this just kicked off my week. We're going to talk race on there. She did a video that went pretty viral and people were really interested. So Saturday, we're going to revisit and have a one-on-one conversation and then open it up to people, but I'll promote it. I'll put it out there when it happens. And guys, feel free to check out the conversation. All right. And Dex, where can they can always catch me and Dex on Patty and the Millennials.
Yes.
New episodes drop every Wednesday. Dex, promote.
And then, I'm Bro Talk Live, Mina's House Podcast.
Yeah.
Like anywhere you search podcasts, you can see me there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. It says search and I shall appear. All right, guys, we love you so much and all goes well. We will see you on Monday.
Yes.
Bye.